Hey everybody, Kelly Sue with Cleopatra Art Studios, and I am going to paint one of the pumpkins for our adult subscription box coming out soon for our August box. We've got lots of little add-ons you can add to your pumpkins, like beads. I think we're gonna go to the next size down on the beads. Some little ribbons, lots of fun stuff. I'm gonna do the 3D pumpkin. It comes with two pumpkins, or actually wood shapes, and you just glue them. Use your gorilla glue hot glue gun at home and stick one shape on the other, and we just kind of start sanding everything out, and then we're ready to go. I decided, so this one I painted. You can paint the back differently. Hi guys, thanks for watching. If you're watching, tell me where you're from. I'm here. I just got back. I was in Maple Valley last night and I got back about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. So I'm back in Spokane, but we had great paint parties there. Thank you, everybody. So these, what I love about these is they're chunky. So my husband kind of growls at me when I'm like, you know, you got to make these really fat and chunky because we like chunky things in our art subscription box and our Artsy Chicks Clubhouse. We really do. And we have lots of different ways you can decorate these, but I'm gonna go ahead and paint this one kind of bluish, kind of stormy blue. And it's our 3D effect. It has a secondary piece of like plywood, maybe 1/4 inch glued on there. And so we're not gonna glue ours on because we don't know if you want it or not, but if you want it, just all of us craftsy moms, we have glue guns, right? So I'm just gonna start messing around with my paint a little bit. Gonna find a kind of a stormy, and that black really takes over. Find a stormy blue. And I have Bahama blue from Deco Art out. And then I also have ocean blue. So I think I should probably angle my camera down a little bit so you can see what we're doing. Grab my old lady glasses and away we go. So let's see what we got. I'm kind of really loving that. So just a really stormy blue pumpkin that's going to go with the orange. And this is a set of 3 that's in our adult subscription box. We have 2 levels, but everyone gets these 3 chunky pumpkins. Chunky pumpkins, it's just fun to say. And the paints and the directions. And so many different ways you can go. If you're real, you know, like girly, you can put some bows and gingham. If you are a little like me, I like a little bling, but I'm not like all in with the girly stuff, then you can put some jute and make some little curls. I'd have to ask Mr. John what kind of wood he picked up. I'm not sure. Not sure what it is. Okay, so I'm not seeing any comments real quick. Hold on. So tell me where you're from. There we are. Okay, perfect. We can see you now. Takes just a second to start painting them. It's all stormy now. Just gonna come around the corner with my chunky pumpkin and this grayish color I made. And then for perspective's sake, we want the top, this 3D look, to be a little bit lighter in color. So I already sanded my chunky pumpkin, but I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a real, what's the word? Natural sort of art form. So you're not gonna have a lot, you're not gonna have perfection here. There's gonna be, you know, some cracks. I've got a crack or 2 happening just because it's really hard to cut really large timber. And quite frankly, everyone's out of wood, so they're giving you the crap stuff. So I just want my front 3D look to be a little bit lighter. That might be too light in color, just to help out with that perspective that there is more light hitting the front of the pumpkin than the sides, the chunky sides. If I decide that it's just too light, it's real simple to just come in and deepen up that look just a little bit. So what did I use to connect my extra piece of wood to my pumpkin? I simply used Gorilla Glue, hot glue, my hot glue gun Gorilla, the stick. It's so hard to say. This stick. Sorry guys, it was a really late night driving back from all those events in Maple Valley, but it was fun. Just really good time with the ladies, and you know, the kids classes were fun too. And then you can kind of decide, do you want another coat? Do you not want another coat? You could do something different with the background. Okay, that's my cheat sheet. These are my samples I'm trying to get done for class. Working out all the snags. I can't just throw something out there. I have to work out all the snags. What can go wrong with our class? Because if it's, you know, if anything can go wrong, it's gonna go wrong. It really, really is. Tell me. Hold on a second. Room. Okay. So we're almost at the dinner hour right now, and I wanted to tell you we're having a giveaway. So we're giving away 2 of these boxes. So one for you and one for your best friend. I'm just going to ship them to you. Really? So hopefully pick a best friend that lives near you so you don't have to deal with shipping. Hold on, I want to get one thing. And stem. I'm going to just make a nice brown for my stem, I think. All of our paints are plugged up from going to the passes yesterday. Surgery. This one requires surgery. It's kind of gross. It has this like little plug, little brown plug that comes out. Yep, it's gross. Okay. It's actually a painting fail at this time. So last night we were driving through Moses Lake, and me and Sabrina look up, and we couldn't decide if what we were seeing was the moon or a balloon, like a ginormous, you know, like advertising balloon. And I said moon, she said balloon. Mama was right. So it was the smoke in the lower atmosphere when the moon was really low that was hitting the moon just right. I'm gonna use this one. Everyone has a favorite paintbrush, right? So I'm just gonna mix raw sienna, way too much black, with some black to make a nice brown. A little bit of white. And I want my stems brown. Maybe you would want yours green. I'm not sure. I love painting on chunky wood. I'm just gonna go all the way around. I am seeing a couple spots I missed. Anyway, I wanted to show you this fun project we have in our upcoming adult art box. You get it every other month. No big commitment. You get 2 projects unless you get the bestie box, or I'm sorry, the biggie box. The biggie box, that's the one that has 3 projects. So there's a canvas and some wood and, you know, a stenciling project or a mosaic. I really loved once I capped it off with that wood piece. I really love it. You could go ahead and paint all the way around, which is what I did on one of these samples I did. The front I sprayed so it's high gloss. I used triple thick. I have it right here. Clear glaze. I don't find that it yellows very much. I think it does a pretty good job. But the back is real au naturel, and if you wanted, you could just leave it that way. What is this? It's a piece of, the material is not hemp. I'm trying to think what it's called. It's kind of like kite string, and I frayed it, and then I dipped it in water and a Mod Podge and twisted around a stick. And I didn't let it dry. So if you choose to do this, you can let yours dry so it doesn't look like a bad curl from Rapunzel's hair. Instead, it looks really tight. And jute works out a little bit better. But Sydney arranged, bless her heart, she organized my studio for me last week during art camp. And I can't find a thing. I can't find a single thing. Not the jute, not the wire, nothing. So you could give everything a second coat if you needed to, but I don't think I need to. And you don't have to really worry too much about putting in those pumpkin lines, like the sections, you know, because the side is, you know, does that for you. But I think I'm gonna pull out the side a little bit. So I'm gonna dip my finger, because you know me, I'm not gonna pass up an opportunity to finger paint in some brown. And just hit my edges. Grab a wet wipe if it's too much and soften it. Help it, you know, kind of stick out a little bit. I'm not done. I'm gonna come in with metallics. You guys know me. Some metallics are our friends. I really like seeing the grain in my art and crafts. But if you don't, if you're like, I want to paint it like it's a fence post and you want to, or a wall and you want to completely cover it, that is completely fine. It's your work and you're in charge. Kind of fun. Once it dries a little bit, I'm going to, my paint is really chunky. I'm just gonna come by with some silver. You could also do some white. You could do this with a paintbrush, y'all. I'm just doing this with my finger because I feel like I have more control. It grounds me a little bit if I'm having a stressful day to finger paint. It's looking good, looking good. So this is one of our chunky pumpkins. And I like to leave just some streaks in my work. So when it dries, it actually adds a little bit more interest to your work instead of, you know, being flat and, you know, two-dimensional. So I almost always have a wet wipe next to me so I can soften any of the lines I have if I don't like them. I really like the brown. You know what I need to do is like at the bottom. And let me show you what I'm gonna do to the top, the little stopper, the little handle. What are we gonna call it? I'm gonna make some buttercream with, and not like the frosting, though I'm hungry, so buttercream frosting would be amazing. Just gonna make, you know, the color of sand, maybe a little lighter. Grab my really small paintbrush, guys. And I'm going to just come in here sideways. That might be too light. Wet wipe to the rescue. Sideways. And just like we can see the top. So it worked out a little bit better on this one because I took my time. So what I want to do now is I want to come back in with some black and go in between, just so it looks like the top of the pumpkin. Now you could do 100 different things with this. I have a little bow tie here, which is super sweet. I'm not super sweet, but if you love that, go for it. I took some burlap and cut it into leaf shape, stuck it in Mod Podge, so it's still kind of real bendy, has a good bend to it. And you could hot glue the leaf and the ribbon, stay. The leaf and the ribbon on there. You could use some raffia, some jute, and then my idea was to do some beads. And then we decided, I asked you guys on Facebook which, you know, out of the 5 or 6 pumpkins, which 3 did you like? And what happened was you guys picked the medium, the smaller medium, and then the extra small. Everyone seemed to really like those colors. So I have beads for the large, and I think we can all agree let me get rid of this Rapunzel curl. that these are a little too big. This looks like Wilma Flintstone beads, right? Wilma Flintstone beads. So I'm going to downsize my beads from the 20 millimeters to probably 13 so that they're smaller for everyone. So when you order your box, you of course will get the beads, you'll get some burlap, you'll get some bows, you'll get some, I'm gonna give you some gingham too. Some of you guys really love the gingham. Your paints, your sealer, all your parts and pieces. You are gonna use a hot glue gun, and I'll give you some Mod Podge too, because Lord knows I've got enough Mod Podge to last a long time. Anyway, things are just getting a little silly now because I got in so late last night from the Maple Valley events, but I had the best time with the kids and the mamas, the ladies' night we did at Vintage Vino, and we will do another one very soon, well, next month. So here we go. Even though the Rapunzel curl is kind of McFunky, it still kind of adds to what we have going on here. So you'll have 3 of these, 1, 2, 3. This one I was gonna paint white, but I don't think I'm gonna do it right now. I think I'm gonna go eat some dinner because I put it in the Instapot and I can smell it, y'all. It smells delicious. Anyway, you guys have a really good day. I'm Miss Kelly Sue from Cleopatra Art Studios, and I teach kids and families how to paint and create together. And we're talking about our art box. So for the adults, the adult August box, which is fall inspired, is coming out soon. Get on the wait list. Bye.